So yesterday we have discussed about the enzymes and the kinetics of the enzymes is being explained by use of Michaelis Menten equation. Michaelis Menten equation, and according to this equation, the rate of an enzyme catalyzed reaction will be equal to K into concentration of enzyme into concentration of substrate over 1 plus Km into concentration of substrate, where K is the rate constant, Km is the Michaelis constant. At lower concentration of substrate, 1 plus Km into concentration of substrate will be approximately 1. So order of reaction will be 2. Order of reaction will be 2. And at higher concentration of substrate, 1 plus Km into concentration of substrate will be approximately equal to Km into concentration of substrate. So order of reaction comes out to be 1. Order of reaction comes out to be 1. Hence, at lower concentration of substrate, the order of a enzyme catalyzed reaction is 2, but at higher concentration, the order of reaction will be asked in competitive exams. Now, I am starting the third topic of surface chemistry, and the third topic for the surface chemistry is colloidal state or colloidal solution. Colloidal solution. Before starting this topic, we have to know about 3 terms basically. The first one are crystalloids. First term is crystalloid. Crystalloid are those substances which can pass through the filter paper as well as animal membrane. Crystalloid are those substances which can pass through the filter paper as well as animal membrane. Those are known as crystalloid. Example of it are true solutions. Example of it are true solutions. Next one is colloids. Colloids are those substances which can pass through the filter paper but cannot pass through the animal membrane. Which can pass through the filter paper but cannot pass through the animal membrane are known as colloids. An example of it are colloidal solution. Next term is suspenoids. Suspenoid are those substances which cannot pass through the filter paper as well as animal membrane. Which cannot pass through the filter paper as well as animal membrane. Those are known as suspenoids. An example of it are suspension. So we will get 3 terms: true solution, colloidal solution, suspension, on basis of passing through filter paper and animal membrane. Now, first of all, we have to discuss about difference between true solution, colloidal solution and suspension. For that, we have to make a table having 4 columns. In first column, you have to write down the point of difference. In second column, we have to write down the true solution. Third column, we have to write down colloidal solution. And in fourth column, we have to write down suspension. First point of difference, that is particle size. Particle size. For true solution, the particle size is between 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer. Less than 1 nanometer or 10 angstrom. For colloidal solution, the particle size lies between 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer or between 10 angstrom to 1000 angstrom. And for suspension, the particle size is greater than 100 nanometer or 1000 angstrom. Next point of difference will be nature of mixer. Nature of mixer. True solution is a homogeneous mixer. Colloidal solution is heterogeneous mixer, and suspension is heterogeneous mixer. Next point of difference will be appearance. How do they appear? True solution that appears transparent. Colloidal solution appear milky or translucent. Suspension appears opaque. Fourth is visibility of particle. Fourth point of difference is visibility of particle. True solution, the particle can never be seen. Colloidal solution, particle can be seen with ultra microscope. Particle can be seen with ultra microscope. While for suspension, the particles can be seen with naked eyes. Next point of difference is separation. True solution cannot be separated. Colloidal solution can be separated by chemical methods. Can be separated by chemical method, while suspension can be separated by physical method like filtration. Next point of difference is settling of particle. Very important one. Settling of particle. Settling of particle. Generally, true solution, the particle cannot settle. Particle cannot settle. For colloidal solution, generally the particle cannot settle, but they can settle on centrifugation. They can settle on centrifugation. And suspension, the particle will settle on standing. Particle will settle on standing, which is known as sedimentation. Which is known as sedimentation, and which is a technique for purification of suspensions. Now, in this chapter, we have to in detail discuss about colloidal solution. Colloidal solution. On basis of component, the colloidal solution has two components. The first one is dispersed phase. First one is dispersed phase, and the second one is dispersion medium. Dispersed phase and dispersion medium. There are two components in colloidal solution. The one are dispersed phase, the second one is dispersion medium. Dispersed phase is the component of colloidal solution which is present in lesser amount. Component of colloidal solution which is present in lesser amount, that is known as dispersed phase. While for dispersion medium, the component of colloidal solution which is present in larger amount, that is known as dispersion medium. For example, milk is a colloidal solution. In it, fat or oil is dispersed phase. Fat or oil is dispersed phase, while water act as dispersion medium. Water act as dispersion medium. Now, we have to discuss about classification of colloidal solution. We have to discuss about the classification of colloidal solution. The colloidal solution can be classified on different bases. The first one is on basis of physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. On basis of physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. On basis of physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. On basis of physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. H. True solution on basis of physical state of solute and solvent are of 9 types. But keep it in mind, the colloidal solution can be of 8 types only. Colloidal solution can be of 8 types only. Because a mixture of gas in gas will be always homogeneous. A mixture of gas in gas will be always homogeneous, hence that can never be a colloidal solution. Now we have to discuss. For that we have to make a table. In first column write down the dispersed phase. In second column write down the dispersion medium. In third column we have to write down the type of colloidal solution. And in fourth column we have to write down the example. These questions are generally asked in competitive exam and board exam also. The first case is dispersed phase is liquid. Dispersed phase is liquid. Dispersion medium is air or gas. Dispersion medium is air or gas. Then the colloidal solution is known as aerosol. Colloidal solution is known as aerosol. An example of it will be fog or mist. Fog or mist. In competitive exam, there may be question: what are the dispersed phase and dispersion medium of fog? Then answer will be liquid in air or gas. Next case will be dispersed phase is solid. Dispersion medium is air or gas. Then colloidal solution is known as aerosol. An example of it are smoke or dust. Smoke or dust. Next, when dispersed phase is gas, dispersion medium is liquid. Dispersed phase is gas, dispersion medium is liquid. Then this colloidal solution is known as foam. Colloidal solution is known as foam. Example of it is soap bubbles. Example of it is soap bubbles. Next case, when dispersed phase is liquid, dispersion medium is liquid, then colloidal solution is known as emulsion. Colloidal solution is known as emulsion. Example of it are milk, cheese, or butter, or paint. Next case will be when dispersed phase is solid, dispersion medium is liquid, then colloidal solution is known as soap. Example of it are gold soap, sulfur soap, or starch colloidal solution. Starch colloidal solution. Next case will be gas in solid. When dispersed phase is gas, dispersion medium is solid, then colloidal solution is known as solid form. Solid form. An example of it is cocclusion of gas on metal surface. On metal surface. Or gas electrodes. Or gaseous electrodes. Next case, when dispersed phase is liquid, dispersion medium is solid, then colloidal solution is known as gel. Gel. An example of it is ink gel, or silica gel, used as a common adsorbent for chromatography. And the last case will be solid in solid. Solid in solid. Solution, colloidal solution is known as solid soap. An example of it is gemstone. These are the important questions for your board exam as well as competitive exam. Question might be there on both bases. If dispersed phase dispersion medium is given, then they can ask the type and example. And if example is given, then can ask type as well as what is dispersed phase and dispersion medium. I hope you have understand. Now the second classification will be on nature of dispersion medium. Type of colloidal solution on basis of nature of dispersion medium. For example, if dispersion medium is water, then the colloidal solution is known as aquasol or hydrosol. Aquasol or hydrosol. If dispersion medium is benzene, then that is also known as benzosol. And if dispersion medium is ethyl alcohol, then it is known as alkosol. Third type of classification depends on particle size. Generally asked in board exams, on basis of particle size, the colloidal solution are of three types. On basis of particle size, the colloidal solution are of three types. The first one are multimolecular colloidal solution. Multimolecular colloidal solution. Multimolecular colloidal solution. Multimolecular colloidal solution. As the name is suggesting, in these type of colloidal solution, large number of smaller particles get aggregated to have the colloidal dimension. Large number of smaller particles get aggregated to have colloidal dimension, so they are known as multimolecular colloidal solution. An example of it are colloidal solution of metals, metal colloidal solution or inorganic compound colloidal solution. That is the example of multimolecular colloidal solution. Next is macromolecular colloidal solution. Macromolecular colloidal solution. As name suggesting here, macro means single molecule can have colloidal dimension. In these type of colloidal solution, the single molecule can have colloidal dimension. Single molecule can have colloidal dimension. Those are known as macromolecular colloidal solution. An example of it is starch colloidal solution or colloidal solution of organic compounds like proteins and carbohydrates. And the third type of colloidal solution are associated colloidal solution. Very important one. Associated colloidal solution. Associated colloidal solution are those colloidal solution which at low concentration behave like normal electrolyte. But at higher concentration they can behave like colloidal solution. Those are known as associated colloidal solution. Those colloidal solution which at low concentration behave like normal electrolyte, but at higher concentration they can behave like colloidal solution. They are known as associated colloidal solution. An example of it are surfactants or cleansing agents like soaps and detergents. Cleansing agents like soaps and detergents. Two important terms are related with associated colloidal solution. The first one is Kraft temperature. Generally asked in board exam as well as competitive exam. Kraft temperature is the temperature at which micelle formation takes place. That is known as Kraft temperature. And the second term related with it is CMC. Full form is critical micelle concentration. Critical micelle concentration. It is the minimum concentration. Below which an electrolyte behave like normal electrolyte, and above which it can behave like a colloidal solution. Understand again, minimum concentration above which electrolyte behave like colloidal solution, and below which it behave like normal electrolyte, that is known as critical micelle concentration. And micelle formation is used to explain the cleansing action of soaps and detergent. Micelle formation is used to explain the cleansing action of soaps and detergents. First of all, we have to know what are surfactants. Surfactants are those substances which are used to increase the surface tension of a liquid. Which are used to increase the surface tension of a liquid are known as surfactant. Generally, soaps and detergents are the surfactant. As we know, the soaps have general formula RCOONA. Example of it are sodium citrate, C17H35 COONA, sodium palmate, C15H31 COONA, and sodium oloate, C17H33 COONA. These are the common soaps. As we are saying, the soap is containing two parts in it. One is hydrophilic, while the other is hydrophobic. So when soap is added to the water, then the hydrophobic part combined with the dirt or dust, while the hydrophilic part combined with the water. And when water is drawn out, the dirt or dust also get removed, which explain the cleansing action of soaps. And the last type of classification of colloidal solution, that is on basis of forces of attraction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. On basis of forces of attraction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Very important one. On this basis, the colloidal solution are of two types. One are lyophilic colloidal solution, very important one, and the second one are lyophobic colloidal solution. Lyophobic colloidal solution. In board exam, questions may be there about the difference. Question may be there about their difference. On one side, we have to write down the lyophilic colloidal solution. On other side, we have to write down the lyophobic colloidal solution. As the name is suggesting, lyophilic. Philic means having attraction. So, in these type of solutions, there is attraction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. In lyophilic solution, colloidal solution, there is attraction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. For lyophobic colloidal solution, there is no attraction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. First point of difference. Second point of difference will be, as there is attraction, so these are stable in nature. Lyophilic colloidal solution are stable, while for lyophobic there is no attraction, so they are unstable. They are unstable in nature. As they are having attraction, so they can be formed by direct methods. They can be formed by direct methods. While lyophobic, they cannot be formed by direct method. For them, indirect method are used, which are going to be discussed later on. Next, for lyophilic colloidal solution, the surface tension is lesser than dispersion medium. Surface tension is lesser than dispersion medium. For lyophobic, the surface tension is similar to dispersion medium, not lesser or greater than, similar to dispersion medium. For lyophilic, the viscosity is more than dispersion medium, but for lyophobic, the viscosity is equal to dispersion medium. Next, lyophilic are formed by organic substances like starch. Lyophobic, they are formed by inorganic substances like gold and silver. Next, for lyophilic, these are the example of intrinsic colloidal solution. These are the example of intrinsic, means they are present in pure state, while lyophobic, they are known as extrinsic colloidal solution. Next one, lyophilic are example of emulsoids. While for lyophobic, they are known as suspenoids. And last point of difference will be, if water is dispersion medium, then lyophilic will be hydrophilic. and for lyophobic, if water is dispersion medium, then they are known as hydrophobic. I hope you have understand today's topic. Tomorrow we will discuss about the method of preparation of colloidal solution, their method of purification, and their properties and their uses in our daily life. Till then, thank you.